So after I've booked about 5,000 meetings on LinkedIn in about 2.5 years, closing about $4 million, getting 20 million impressions on the platform, coaching 1,500 small business owners how to actually do the thing and spending hundreds, if not thousands of hours on calls, literally live coaching people. And I've even collected 40,000 inbound leads into my CRM. I know a thing or two about LinkedIn. And I'm just going to tell you the only two things that you actually need to know to be successful on the platform and book hundreds of calls for your business and drive millions of dollars. And these are the only things that you actually need to know. And I want to record this because I drove to go pick up my wife coffee. There's car's pretty dirty. To pick up my wife coffee, and I was thinking about this, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going to record this." I'm parking on the side of the street before I get home and record this short 5-minute video because people overcomplicate the shit out of LinkedIn, and it's actually not that complicated. So there's only two things you need to do to get hundreds of book calls and drive thousands of inbound leads. The first thing is, when you write content, you can only write content that you can say out of your mouth and that comes out of your brain. The second thing is that you can only ever write someone a message that it would only make sense to them. And so I'll quickly explain both. Number one, with content, AI has shitified content, and there's fucking AI slop all over the internet. It's fucking garbage. And there's so much crap on your LinkedIn feed. And because of that, people are becoming better and better at recognizing patterns of dog shit content. So because of that, the only way to get around it is if you write something that only you could say. That's it. And so on LinkedIn, before you write your post, you need to write a thing called a hook. That's the first couple of lines that people actually see of the piece of content. And if you wrote, bad managers will ruin workplaces, they're destroying blah, 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 fucking AI can write that. You can't write that. Right? So like anyone can fucking write that. So people are using ChatGPT to come up with these amazing copy posts. People looking at them and being like, you just fucking use AI to write that. That's a load of bullshit. That's not your opinion. You're not actually saying anything. Instead, the way you would say it is, I'll use my client Rex as an example. I've spent 30 years coaching executives all over Australia up to, 150,000 employee companies. And these are the 3 biggest mistakes that managers are making. So that itself is something that Rex can say that 0 other people can say. So if you read the first 2 lines or 2-3 lines of your LinkedIn post, and if you think, okay, someone else could say this and it would still make sense, rewrite it again. And if you want to see it, go look at all my LinkedIn posts. Look, just the first couple of lines, it's how I did this. My client did this. I believe this. It has to be from your perspective, because if it's not, you're not influencing anyone. Like, it doesn't actually do fucking anything, right? And so it has to be from your perspective, something you've done, right? And if you haven't worked with clients, you can just say, I spent 300 hours, or I spent 10 hours last week analyzing Matt Lakajev's funnel, and I broke it all the way down, and here's how he grows his business, right? Someone did that and they got fucking 2,000 leads from that because they did work. It came from their opinion. So that's the first thing you need to do to win on LinkedIn. The second thing you need to do is when you send someone a message, you can't send them something that you could send to someone else and then it would make sense. The amount of fucking people that pitch you saying, hey, I saw that you're a software SaaS startup. Congrats for being in business. I help software SaaS startups grow their business. Let's lock in a 15-minute call. Someone's like, you just fucking sent me to this to like 1,000 other people. Like, why would I even give a shit? You have to write something that only would make sense to them. So for an example, I would say, hey, Phil, I just saw you connected to my client, Sean McHugh. Man, we just had a good catch up when he came to my workshop the other week as well. Saw you down the way in North Sydney. I live up the road right near Miller Street. Have you checked out Only Coffee? It's my favorite cafe. If Phil receives that message, he's going to have a 100% reply rate because it makes sense to them. And I couldn't actually write the message to anyone else. So when you're writing a message, it should only make sense to that person. And another really good way for you to make sense to only one person is if you send a voice note. If you send someone a voice note, no one else can send the voice note, so you can do it. So people can't AIify the fuck out of voice notes because people are trying to like AIify and scale and fucking all this bullshit. And it's like, bro, people are looking for human to human conversation. How many clients do you even think you need, right? Could you even take on more than 5 clients this month, right? Why do you need to send thousands of messages? Just fucking send 10 good messages every day and actually be interested to someone else's shit. Like, I was speaking to my brother about this yesterday. The way that you become interesting is that you be interested in other people's shit. Like, you actually give a shit about them. But so many people are just so fucking insecure, and they actually don't even believe in anything that they even say. Is they just copy paste this AI fucking slop, pollute the internet more, and then just write bazillions of these cold outreach messages, which are just taking from people. Like, they're just taking. Like, I was on a coaching call with a client the other day, and I was like, this is how you get a 100% response rate to your LinkedIn messages. I just sent people 1-minute voice notes while I was looking at their profile. And I was like, I think I said, hey, Cindy, like, oh, it's amazing that you've had your startup for 2 years. I know how hard it is. I've had my business for 2 years as well. Awesome that you connected to my client. I think it was Neil. His post he did the other day. Did you see it? Like, the smile on his face. It was amazing. It just made me so happy. And he also did really well. Thought I'd say hi. 100% response rate. But these fucking people are all over the internet saying AIFI fucking send all this spam outreach. It's like, dude, you're just burning your reputation. So that's my little hot take on a Sunday while I'm in the car. I got to go back home because we're going to some thing at my partner's family's house. But literally, 2 things you got to do on LinkedIn. Only write shit that you can say when you're writing content. Number 2, only send messages to people if you can only send the message to that one person. If it would make sense to send it to someone else, don't send it. Anyways, guys, peace out. Happy Sunday. Bye.